One, two, three, one.
Finally, seeping is the key word here.
Smart enough to figure it out.
I just ask questions and talk shit. I'm not the
All I
news.
saw was a lake, mountains, and some trees.
That's the running theme on this fucking podcast. Whoever deserves mocking, and that includes a host. Man, there is a record amount of meth in this place. Kinetic. Just sounds like stuttering Smitty.
Now it's 2022, y'all. Fuck milk crates, y'all.
Action! Get the fuck out of here. What the hell? Everything. Hi. How are you guys? Happy? What the hell? Everything day? Welcome to my Smith hole, which sounds gross when you say it out loud like that. I mean, there's only really one way to say it, and that is out loud. Stupid. Fun. I feel like that was me and my buddies and I said the kid with the meme with the kid going fun. Which is not this podcast so far. Hey, Weedness Day, which is living up to the title. Hopefully it's a good Weedness Day for you, or a Wednesday. See, I did coin that term. I still haven't figured out how to say it. It's like the old Colbert character. You might not know how to do it. It looks right when you see it. When you see Weedness Day, you're like, oh, that makes total sense. But you don't know how to say it. You're supposed to say Weeds Day, like Wednesday. Because nobody says Wednesday. Why would you say Weedness Day? It sounds fucking stupid. Just like you said. Feeling good, feeling warm. Had heat go out the other day. And talk about another podcast. Didn't make the cut because I had meant to talk about my furnace going out. If you watched the Sunday morning talk practice, which analytics tell me you probably didn't, but I had the furnace go out, and I was going to talk about it on the Sunday morning talk practice, but I didn't write it down. So I actually got into the talk practice, and I'm like, there's something else I wanted to talk about, but for the fucking life of me, I don't know what is wrong with my brain half the time, or I know my fault. I know what it takes to, in order for me to like remember things. Like I have such a long history with my stupid brain that I know the steps I got to take, you know. And I didn't take the steps. So forgot for 2 podcasts talking about my furnace going out. Now it fucking seems like old news. So why do I even have it on the list? I was like, oh yeah, I was going to talk about my furnace. Talk about that. But it fucking did suck, man. And it's a good illustration of how I deal with things a lot of times, which is just to be like, I don't see it. It doesn't exist. Because I woke up at probably 4:30 in the morning, 4 o'clock. And all night in my bed, like my room is cold anyway. Our house is fairly cold anyway. It's drafty as fuck. And I woke up around 4 o'clock, something like that. Oh God, it feels fucking cold. And I got up, peed, came back to bed. And I was like, God, this fucking feels really cold. Maybe I must have the heat down. Just not even allowing myself to consider the possibility that something could be wrong with the furnace. No, that can't happen. And I slept even longer until I usually get up around 7:30. I think it was around 7:30. Got up. God, it's fucking cold again. It's way cold. And I went and looked at the thermostat and it said 50 in the house. And I'm like, well, that is unacceptable. And I turned it back up, and the thermostat was set at like, I don't know, 64, 65-ish. So it went up to 70. I'm like, I'm turning this up. again, not allowing myself to even let in the possibility that the furnace is fucked up. And then I text Levi because I was kind of just like, if he noticed, then he'll be like, oh yeah, I had the heat down or something stupid. But just playing dumb. I'm like, oh, I turned the heat up to 70, just again, hoping that it wasn't the furnace. I'm not even allowing that possibility. And the following text I got from him, which made me feel great about myself. Turning the heat up won't fix the pilot light that's out. I was like, fuck. God, I knew it. Knew it. But it just in that moment, you feel stupid because you're like, I knew what I was doing. I was texting those words because I didn't want to hear the truth, and I was hoping Levi would back that up. But man, that fucking sucks. It was just easily fixed later that day. Pilot light, the electric pilot switch that they came and I think replaced. But man, not had in northern Michigan. What was it? 7 outside, something fucking stupid like that, And I'm just thinking, man, there were so many people that go out without power and for longer periods of time when the weather gets really fucked and really cold. That's lucky. Just like not even a full day, I don't think, It was sometime in the middle of the night because I think I even worked that night. And it was warm in the house. So at some point it got cold in the middle of the night. And that was fucking brutal. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to still try to run. And I did a good 90-minute run. And it was hard. It was almost too cold in the basement, even though it was warmer in the basement than it was upstairs. It's way draftier in the fucking upstairs. But like my skin was still cold. I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt in the house. I did a 90-minute run on the elliptical. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go take a shower. And man, that was the steamiest shower of all time. My shampoo was like, I'm pretty sure there were ice crystals in my shampoo. I know I felt like hard, crystally things. And I'm like, could see my breath in there before I even started the shower. And I'm like, oh my God, it wouldn't take long. I had this whole daydream this whole morning when I knew that the furnace was out. I had this daydream. I'm like, I can write a story about being trapped in a fucking house on nuclear winter. Like we just trade fucking nukes, in the middle of the night. And we're just staying inside with all this food. Hopefully we can wait it out, But this fucking house, if there was a nuclear winter, we're dying so fucking quick because it just got so fucking cold. I'm like, man, this is how motherfuckers die, This is how, you go without heat for like 4 days or something. We'll be burning old clothes, just tearing shit down to catch on fire. Levi had the fucking oven on. He brought out the air conditioner, which might sound stupid when you say it out loud, but it's one of those air conditioners where the exhaust goes outside, obviously, but it also can make heat. The short version. And I'm like, wow, I would have never fucking thought to do that. So it's a good thing my brother's smart, and because I went to work that day, and it's a good thing he's smart, or else he would have just froze to death. But you can see, in fucking old shitty drafty houses, which I don't know if I mentioned in the podcast. I feel like I did. We just got the roof replaced, and they were here, knocked it all out, and now there's a leak in the same spot that there was a leak before. It was a fucking terrible roof. They came, told the landlords, yeah, you need a fucking total roof replacement, including the plywood underneath. It's not just the shingles, and it's still leaking in the same spot. It's just this terrible spot, the way that the house is built. This one portion of the house, I don't even know how to fucking explain it because I'm an idiot with that stuff. But I'm like, well, I just text Levi, I go, it's totally fucking leaking. And yeah, so that's an internal discussion. But where was this conversation going again? Huh? Sorry, I had to take a sippy sip. So anyway, he came back. Long story short, and that's old news because, like I said, that happened just about a week ago. Let's see, trivia night last night. I host trivia on Tuesdays, and it was so cool last night because it's brand new. It's a brand new bar, and it's in downtown Traverse City, and it's in this part of downtown Traverse City that seems like a great location, and it is a great location, but it's not a location that people go down like on accident. There's not a lot of pedestrians going right there. It just so happens to be it's kind of like an island on an alley almost, so nobody goes by there. If you're not trying to go there, you're not going to see it, kind of thing. So it's just, it has to like build an audience, it has to build a following, and it is. But we have had a lot of slow nights, you know. And we had trivia night last night. I host trivia every Tuesday. Fresh Coast Beer Works in Traverse City. And it was really cool, man, because like I said, not a lot of people are coming in that place. We did karaoke a bunch of times where nobody came in for karaoke. And you know, we were like, oh, is nobody gonna come in for trivia? Because it wears on you. You do it enough and nobody comes in. You're like, is it me? I feel like it's me. When we have a great place, we have a great staff. All of our people are awesome. And the beer is fucking fantastic. So you're like, oh, maybe they hate me. But that's not the case, because people came in, they just didn't come in for trivia. So the first couple that came in, because we were dead, nobody was in, we're like, oh, is it going to be one of those fucking nights? Then a couple came in, and you know, in jest, I go, hey, you here for trivia? And they go, no, trivia's tonight. Well, we might play. And I'm like, well, yeah, if anybody else comes in my head, I'm like, there's no fucking way anybody else is going to come in. Wait, didn't mean that. That sounds pessimistic. I am always optimistic. And I did think, because we don't start trivia till like 7:15. I remember looking at my watch at this point. It was around 7:10. And I'm like, we'll see how much past 7:15 it gets, and if nobody else comes in, we'll do some like impromptu trivia where I did it. We've done it before with guests, just doing trivia back and forth. You know, we have a bunch of trivia cards. It's fucking fun. So if nobody else comes in, we'll do like an impromptu version. And sure as shit, fucking couple minutes later, a couple walks in again who are not there for trivia, but they're like, oh, you're doing trivia? Well, we might do trivia. Let's think about it. And then after a few minutes, you know, I came back in the room. I left to go do something, came back in the room. I'm like, what do you think? You want to do it? Yeah, let's do trivia. And then a couple more people came in, and it's a very cool, you know, I do it the easiest way I can. And I think in this way, it makes it more fun. It's way more random. A lot of the trivia is very random. There's not going to be many like theme nights or anything like that. But what I do is take trivia cards for a certain trivia game. I can never remember the fucking name of it. But then I also take a Trivial Pursuit, and I'm going to be taking other cards from other Trivial Pursuit cards and other offshoots and other trivia games cards and things, just to mix it up. But you do 10 rounds, 10 questions per round. Each question per round has its own time limit. So when I start reading a question, I hit the timer. And the first round is 60-second time limits per question. The second round is 50 seconds. The third round is 40 seconds, and then 30 seconds for the fourth round. And then a music round where I play 30, 40 seconds clip of a song. Last night it was 70s hits for my own 70s hits playlist, and I hit shuffle and I fucking play it. And then I say next, and I hit the next one. It's the easiest trivia night to put together in the world. But in that way, it's so just organic and fun. With those time limits, it just is fucking fun. People had a blast, and it made me feel so good that people that didn't come in for trivia fucking played had a blast, said they would probably come back. Like that stuff, you're just like, all right, I'm feeling pretty good about this now, you know. I'm pretty good on the microphone, shooting the shit, bullshitting with people. So it's a fun time. And if you're ever in the Traverse City area, oh, that was one thing we were going to add to the trivia night. This happens to me a lot. I just have awesome ideas while I'm running on the fucking elliptical. Yesterday, I'm on the elliptical, and I can't remember what the fuck I was listening to or where I was running virtually. But I yelled out loud on the elliptical, 60-second Jenga! Because we have a bunch of board games, including Jenga. And I'm like, we can do 60-second Jenga. You do teams that face off, and they take one person, pick one person from each team, and do tournament style Jenga, 60 seconds. If it doesn't fall in the first two, you take the next two people from your team, and then keep alternating until fucking one falls down. The winning team gets 50 points. The losing team loses 50 points. And I think that's gonna be fucking fun. I'm like, we could do 60-second Jenga and 60-second just like board games, Yahtzee or something like that. It'd have to come up with some rudimentary rules or just the quick 60-second version of a fucking game, but really fun, man. Like a fun addition. So there you go. If you're looking for another fun trivia night, there you go. I'm just like selling it. My whole world is just whoring out what I do. Just talk about what I do. Come see me. That's not really what it is. One thing I did think about when the Super Bowl was over, Matt Stafford got his Super Bowl, and now karma is clear for the Detroit Lions. I was thinking about, like, if I was Dan Campbell, the head coach, who I have serious man love for. I'm like, this guy, I really do feel like that team's on the cusp of something awesome. You can just feel it. You can feel it with the vibe of the team. You can feel it with the coach, who is fucking. I love Dan Campbell again, but how he would handle or could handle this, like, Matt Stafford love. Like, if I was Dan Campbell, I'd probably be on my fucking phone texting all those guys, all the team. After Matt Stafford won, he's like, you see all this fucking, look at this, how much this goddamn city embraced Matt Stafford, because all they want is the championship, and that's as close as they ever fucking think that they are going to get. So they're going to ride the guy that got traded away to the point of the Detroit Rams jerseys, which are kind of sacrilegious, you know, kind of. But yeah, if you're Dan Campbell, you got to be like, you got to fucking see that shit and use it as motivation and just be like, get fucking mad, you know, be like, all right, motherfuckers, now you just watch, because now we're really going to fuck shit up. That should be so much motivation to see how much that team fell in love with Matt Stafford and followed him to fucking LA, you know, to almost treasonous proportions. Almost. Because I fucking wanted Matt Stafford to win, and he did. But yeah, I thought that was I'm like, man, yeah, that's a real teaching tool. Dan Campbell. It's not necessarily, that's probably overblown, like grown men. You don't need to tell people this, you know, you say that to yourself. And there's different ways to take fandom. You know what I mean? There's the fans' perspective, where there's loyalty involved. There's expectations involved, you know, a long legacy, a history as a fan. You fucking fallen in love with this team. Then there is the athlete's perspective, you know, the athlete's perspective by and large anymore. And it's not fucking terrible. Hell yeah, take that motherfucking money. You're a professional. It's like any other fucking job. You know what I mean? That perspective, is, this is my job. I come in, I don't have this emotional fucking connection to it. I have an emotional connection to like my team that I'm with now, especially a team that goes to the fucking Super Bowl or something like that. You have an emotional connection. That's not what I'm saying, but not to the extent of fucking Lions fans who have suffered for a millennia. Just about. It's so funny. It's best like if you ever watch Fever Pitch with Jimmy Fallon. It's the Red Sox fucking fandom, if you ever watch that, what's the fucking point? What the fuck was the point that I was trying to make? Something about the Red Sox. Oh man, it's gone, you guys. I could listen to it. Here's the thing back. I will listen back to what the fuck I was saying, just so I can get back on track. I do that, but sometimes when I listen back, I still will be like, what was my point going to be? What's the fucking point? A millennia. Just about. It's so funny. Fucking Lions fans who have suffered for you have an emotional connection. That's not what I'm saying, but not my team that I'm with now. Nope, I still don't fucking have any fucking clue. I still don't have any clue what the fuck I was talking about. It's one of those things I could come back to later in the podcast. Sometimes that just happens. You just fucking derail, That's what happens for me, when it's a constant talk kind of thing. I could get away with it more when I was on the radio, because you'd always cut to a song or cut to a commercial or something like that, or blame it on stuttering Smitty. Yeah, go and then be like out on some sort of like funny thing about not being able to say fucking words. It's less impactful then, when you have to keep talking. You can't go out on a fucking commercial. But it would have been nice to fucking remember what the fuck I was talking about. But let's talk about this instead. Let's just move on and save everybody the trouble. This was of course this was going to happen. Prince Andrew settled. What was the woman's name? They got trafficked by Epstein. Virginia, I don't know how to say her last name. Guffrey, Virginia Guffrey. Settled. Prince Andrew has agreed to settle a sexual lawsuit from Virginia Guffrey, according to the letter filed. And it's the most how the fuck do you use this language so transparently guilty, but while also not admitting guilt? Prince Andrew has never intended to malign Miss Guffrey's character, and he accepts that she has suffered both as an established victim of abuse and as a result of unfair public attacks. It is known that Jeffrey Epstein trafficked countless young girls over many years. Prince Andrew regrets his association with Epstein and commends the bravery of Miss Guffrey and other survivors in standing up for themselves and others. And when I saw this headline, it was what first pissed me off. It was just so down on like the order of importance that you see. There was so much other bullshit, maybe rightfully so, that was on top of it. But like all of these, this is one of those conspiracy theories that's going to prove to be more true. The more you look into it, the more stuff's going to come out, I think, from higher ups, maybe presidents, who the fuck knows? The Epstein thing, he still did not commit suicide, by the way. But basically, essentially, nothing's going to happen to this guy. I think they did strip him of like royal duties or something, but it's not like he matters. He's not going to jail or anything. But how the fuck? No, but none of these fucking politicians get held, when I say the higher ups, as far as like the royal family, perhaps presidents, nobody will hold their feet to the fire unless it was Donald Trump. Like, I mean, Fox News will hold any Clinton their feet to the fire, but CNN won't hold Trump's or Clinton's, you know, historically they didn't touch it. So what the fuck is it going to take? You know, you basically admitted, you didn't admit guilt, but you still gave her money. You know what I mean? You're fucking, it's 100% admitting guilt when you're just caught in the snare and everybody can see it, you know? It's pretty interesting. It's pretty unbelievable a lot of times about how they just get allowed to skate. And they don't get held accountable. It's pretty fucking it's impressive in a way. Is that purely money and power? I mean, it's got to be, right? But enough people don't see the facts in it, and then they just think it's a conspiracy theory. So I guess there's so many conspiracy theories that would turn out. No, never mind. Don't say that. Oh man, where's this fucking thing? This could be the best video we will ever watch in our lives. Brother Levi sent this to me. And I think we will. I will share the video, share the screen with you. So if you're on Spotify, get to a fucking YouTube immediately. I'll try to narrate this the best way I can. I got to find the video and cue it up because I did not do that beforehand because I don't like to be prepared. Oh, this report contains graphic content. Viewer discretion is advised. So Levi sent me this story. Let's read it, shall we? Cyclists in California may have trained for a Saturday bike race, but not a fight with an angry bull. Now, when he sent me this, I saw it and I'm like, oh, that's good content for a podcast. I'll fucking send it to myself. But I hadn't looked at the story. And I clicked on the story and I saw there was a video. And I'm like, oh shit, there's a fucking video. And Levi goes, oh yeah, and it's worth it. 3 cyclists were charged and attacked by the bull while they were at the Bianchi Rock Cobbler, an 80-mile off-road course through Bakersfield, California. Now, I don't think that any of these people were killed, so it's okay to laugh, maybe? Let's square this square. How about share this fucking screen, shall we? All right, let's go. Multiple cyclists were charged by a bull at the Rock Cobbler event in California today. As far as I know, no serious injuries, but absolutely terrifying. And you won't be able to hear this, I don't think. Oh my God. Did that guy just get fucking toasted? Where's that bull? Over here? Oh my God. Oh my God. Just fuck. I don't know. I can't even see what the fuck that guy's doing. Is he just hanging out by that bull or is he passing it? No, okay. He's just trying to go by it like a fucking dummy. Did he try to like just see what would happen? Because you absolutely deserve what you get on top of that 80-mile bike ride, because you fucking deserve what you get there. Oh, well, that was different. This is probably, oh man. Oh shit. Why don't you just wait? You fucking idiot. Just wait. Oh man. Yeah, get that one. Let's watch that guy get fucked. Oh my God. Ugh. Oh man. It's just some smart ass, that Thought he was going to be able to go scot-free. Oh, it'll be fine. That's like my favorite people. Those are my favorite people because they're always the one you got to watch. You know, they're the ones you got to watch and pay attention to because something fucking hilarious is going to happen. You know, oh, I've got to be fine. Boy, oh boy. That is going to be it for the What the Hell Everything podcast, you guys. I am going to get the hell out of here. I got things going on. What else is going on? All kinds of things going on. These podcasts move to Patreon April 1st, the video editions of the What the Hell Everything podcast. And on top of those, rock and roll roundtables, reaction videos, all that kind of stuff, and all sorts of other stuff coming as well. Maybe merch, maybe. So maybe hit up patreon.com/we3Smiths. And I appreciate you joining me. And we'll do it again Friday night. If you're watching this live or right after posting, then Friday night, the 18th, the next podcast, Jacqueline Dugan, who was had previously been on a couple months ago, she's coming back on the podcast. So looking forward to having Jacqueline back on. So that's happening. And all right,